Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is CJ with CJ the Car Nut. If you guys like what you're seeing so far, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and help me grow the channel. Today we're going to go over the much anticipated review of my M550. I know there's been tons of people out there asking me to do a review, and I've got, let's see, I think just over 600 miles on this thing now, and it's been a joy to drive. It's been awesome. I love this thing. It's so comfortable. It fits the family well. It is like the epitome of like a four-door, you know, sports car. I hate to say supercar, as that's definitely not in that caliber, but car is amazing. It does everything that I need it to do. And you know, we're going to go around the outside here, take a look at some of the features, took a look at some of the options that my car came with, you know, look at the inside here a little bit, get you guys on a drive, see what it's really like to be in the car and how it drives and feel that acceleration. So again, I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. I'm trying to bring you guys videos as soon as I can and quick as I can. And I'm gonna keep rolling them out here. I had a friend of mine just get a 540 X drive, so here shortly we're probably gonna do a review and comparison video on those two as well. He just picked it up last night. He loves it, so we'll get him on the channel. We'll get him we'll get some pictures and some videos of it. Maybe we'll do a video of that as well and a review and get his thoughts on it. But again, I appreciate all the support. Hit that subscribe button, help me grow the channel, and we'll take you on a little tour here of the M550. All right, thanks guys, see you in a bit. Hey guys, well here she is. I'm gonna take you guys for a look around. So the my car is the dark graphite metallic, so it's actually gorgeous color, really pops in the sun, and it's has the black Napa leather. On top of that, we've got the carbon fiber front splitter. Looks awesome on this color. And some cars came equipped with the laser headlights. This one just has the BMW adaptive LEDs. It does have the upgraded 20-inch wheel package, the 668Ms. Man, that thing looks amazing with the blue M calipers. Sweet. And this one also has the Michelin's 245 35 20s on the front. And then we've got the carbon fiber mirror end caps. So man, I tell you what, this car is simply amazing. I love driving it. It is so comfortable. It does have the luxury seating package with the ventilated seats and the massaging seats, and that makes nice long drives super comfortable. In the back, set of Michelin's 275 30 20s on the back. This car did also come with the carbon fiber diffuser in the back. I know it probably is a little hard to see in the shadows, but really sets the back end of this car off, especially with the tailpipes and the exhaust. So we'll go over a little bit more of the different options in this car as well, but along with the luxury seating package, it does have the parking assistance package, the executive package. Man, you guys really need to see what this looks like in the sunlight. So we'll take a look at the inside. There's the black Napa leather. It's kind of hard to see and really get an idea of what this looks like unless you've seen it in person. It's got the white pinstriping. These seats can be maneuvered, seems like a million different ways, but there's not a spot that you can't get comfortable in this thing. Unbelievable. You know, nice wood trim. And since this car came with the executive package, it does have the manual shades for the rear. Nice little feature. Keeps it nice and cool. The one thing I think is really cool is I love these soft closed doors with the executive package. You know, especially good with kids or those times where you don't shut the door all the way. All it needs is a, man, sweet. Just get that thing closed a little bit. The motor brings it on in and closes it for you. Hey guys, coming around to the inside, you've got your power window buttons, your mirror controls. This little button right here is how you control the rear window sunshade. And then up top, you've got your memory seating and your massage seating buttons, which is pretty crazy. I've opened up the rear window so you can see what the sunshade looks like. It's the power sunshade, part of the executive package, as it goes up and as it goes down. Pretty awesome. You guys can get a really good shot of the back seat. Not a whole bunch of room back there, but if you've got some people that are on the shorter side and can move the seat up a little bit, it can definitely comfortably seat 5. You get a good shot of the white piping on the seats with that Napa leather. Inside at the wheel, you can see the steering wheel's got a bunch of functions that are readily available for you guys to use. Down here you've got the distance control for your cruise control, so you can increase or decrease the distance. Right here has got your like your lane departure. It's almost like your a self-driving car. It still needs some input from you, but it'll keep the car between the lanes and cruising down nice and straight for you. And there you got your volume for the radio, the scroll up and down button to get you in between things, your phone button. Right here is your heads up display button for the navigation. So I don't know if you can kind of see it out there, but that'll add whatever you're seeing on the radio to the heads up display. They did a good job with the lights, and I don't know if you can see these two buttons right here. These two buttons right here are the parking buttons. I guess over in Europe, as you're parking the car on the side of the road, you'd hit one of these buttons for the left side or the right side to turn on the right or left side parking lights, so people know that you are parked, and I guess not to hit you. Seems like a crazy thing, but apparently they need it over there, and I'll show you guys that a little bit later. Right there you can see we turned the right roadside parking light on, so we'll turn around and see what it looks like from the outside here in a second. And there's the right side parking lamp. I know it's a little bit hard to see, but compared to the left one, you can see that's illuminated a little bit on this right hand side to warn any drivers passing you on the right side that your car is parked on the left. Give you guys a quick peek of the engine. 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. Thing's ridiculously fast, and with the X-Drive system allows you to get all that power to the ground and allows you to actually have a bunch of usable power. 523 horsepower, 553 foot-pounds of torque. This thing will get up and go. Give you guys an overview of the console here. Obviously you've got your parking brake, you've got your auto H button, which will help you keep the brake on in hills and also in traffic situations. So if you're in stop and go traffic, as soon as you touch the brakes, come to a complete stop, you can take your foot off the brake and the car will hold there for you. You've got your different camera views. You've got your parking assist button right here. You've got your different modes for driving, for you got your Eco Pro, your Comfort, and your Sport. And this is your traction control button, turn your traction control off. And then obviously your gear shifter, where you've got your this button right here on the thumb you need to hold down to move it into drive. Forward is reversed, back is drive, putting over to the left, and you're in manual Sport. And a little tip, guys, if you've got your car in Sport or Sport Plus, it's simply an amazing car. But click this over into manual mode, and I swear it seems like you've got a whole nother animal. I don't know what happens to the car, but it's quicker shifts, louder exhaust. Seems like it's a lot faster. All right, we're in the car. We got it going. I'm gonna buckle up. We're gonna take this baby for a spin. See what she could do. But guys, I know I keep saying this over and over and over again that this car is so smooth. It's an absolute joy to drive. I love getting in it. Every time I get in it, put it in drive and take off, these seat belts auto adjust so they feel like you're trying to keep you safe. But we're gonna get out on 95 and give this a little giddy up. But the X drive on this system feels like, you know, it's gonna keeping you firmly planted in the seat, and you know, the shifts are just so smooth, whether you're in comfort mode or whether you're in sport mode. I hate to kind of say this, but it almost feels as crisp and smooth as the 488 that I drove. For my birthday a couple years ago, I celebrated by renting myself a 488 GTB, and man, that thing was like ridiculous. I didn't want to give it back. Matter of fact, I drove it so much I put 300 miles more than what I should have, to the tune of like an extra $600 or $700. Go ahead and turn on this automatic stop off. Every time I come to a light, it stops. But I mean, everything is where you want it. The iDrive system is in a perfect spot, easy to maneuver, easy to get your music. The dash is right in your face, right you know, right where you're looking. The heads-up display, although, you know, with polarized sunglasses, since I'm out on the boat all the time, makes it a little bit difficult to see. Puts it right where you need to be, especially when you're in navigation. You know, the navigation, I've got the navigation configured to put up on the heads-up display, so it'll tell me exactly where I need to go. So I've got it in 3 places. I've got it in the iDrive system, I've got it in the middle of my dash, and then I've got it on my my heads-up display. So we'll put this baby in sport mode. And I tell you, when you go in sport mode, you can actually feel this thing, you know, the transmission kick down and you know, just tighten up on you. So the thing's great. So we'll get out here on the road. Couple state troopers got some people pulled over. Must have been an accident. Oh man, nice looking accident. Too bad you guys can't see that. What do we got? Oof, little Toyota Supra and a Dodge Charger. Wow. Well, at least we know where all the police are, so maybe we'll be able to get on this baby. So like I said, the shifts are smooth. The steering doesn't, I mean, the steering is good. You know, the car, it's a heavy car, so it doesn't feel anywhere near as good as my Corvette did. That thing, I felt like I could take that thing in a 90-degree turn at 90 miles an hour and still make the turn. But you know, this thing just, the only thing I can compare it to is it feels like you're getting ready to take off in a 747, where that thing just keeps on pulling and pulling and pulling, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna stop. That's almost what this thing feels like. My wife, every time it kicks into 3rd gear and starts taking off, she sits back and holds onto the handle like, you know, like she's gonna go into orbit. One of the other things that I just felt that it's configurable, but it drives me a little crazy, is the steering wheel input. So if you're crossing over the center line without your blinker, it's going to give you, you know, a vibration, and sometimes actually pull you back. So I turn that off, and same thing with the blind spot, you know, because it feels like damn Hercules is in your car trying to get you back in the lane, which is nice. But man, when you don't expect it, it can really cause you guys some issues. So we're on the interstate, we're cruising at 90 miles an hour, and I feel like we're standing still. You know, I feel like we're floating. And the car just does not like to be driven slow, you know? I mean, the thing just pulls about 600 miles on it, so I try not to beat it up too bad. But I can't wait till I pass that 1200 mark and really throw on launch control and see what it can do. But overall, I'm super satisfied with this car. I mean, it's amazing. I originally wanted the M5, but the M5 was way above my price range. You know, what I was looking at is 25 to 30 grand more. You can almost buy yourself a whole other car. But so far, I haven't had any complaints. Everything is super easy to operate. Another thing that seems kind of weird to me, and maybe I'm just not used to it yet, but pushing on the accelerator from a standstill or from a start always seems like I have to really, you know, apply it. Like I'm trying not to you know, mash it right out of the gate. But at the same time, it feels like you're pushing before it finally even takes off. So the initial feedback of that seems to be a little weird. This is my first BMW, so I don't know if BMWs are just all of them are like that or what, but I'd like to have a little bit more instantaneous feedback from my accelerator pedal, because I feel like I just have to push it for too long, too far down to actually take off. But this car is like the ultimate sleeper. You know, 536 horsepower. My Corvette had 450 horsepower, and you know, that was more of a just brute force, mashing through the gears. Bam, bam. This thing is just, you know, it's docile. It comes on nice and smooth, and you know, it'll catch you. But unbelievable. So I mean, I've taken this, you know, on a maybe hour and a half drive. So the seats make this car a dream to be in all day long. I'm sure I haven't taken it on anything longer than an hour, but I'm sure just from, you know, throwing the massaging seats, the ventilated seats are awesome down here in Florida. Really help you to kind of relax and cool down. I can only imagine, you know, going for a nice road trip in this with you know, the massaging seats. And I'm 6'2", 250, so I'm a little bit on the larger side, so I think people would have a hard time getting sitting behind me. There's not too much room back there, but you know, you can definitely sit 4 or 5 people in this car fairly comfortably. I might have to move up a little bit, but other than that, it's not too bad. The fit and finish and the layout, everything is unbelievable. I feel like there's almost nothing that this car can't do. But guys, let me tell you, this is simply an amazing car. You know, but this thing definitely has a lot more pros than it does cons, and all the cons are easily livable. I can live with these things forever. If I had to turn the stereo up going like this constantly, well, then that's what I'll do. But you know, navigation, it's good. Phone, Apple CarPlay, although a little bit tricky. I may do a tutorial on Apple CarPlay, but you know, that seems to be, you know, a little bit iffy. And I don't like the fact that you have to either use the iDrive system or you have to use Apple CarPlay. It'd be nice if you can just switch back and forth in between the two. Although it is nice that it's wireless, however, it's a little bit pain in the neck, you know, to use the wireless. My Grand Sport, it was nice. It was wired, but I could play my Sirius XM, or I could, you know, flip through my phone or do whatever I needed to do, and still have on Waze. With this, it seems like it's just all or nothing. You're using the Apple CarPlay system, or you're using the iDrive. I don't think you can go wrong with either one. It's just whatever your personal preference is. I love using Waze. So when I'm on road trips, I'll throw on Waze and use Apple CarPlay, and I can still listen to my my satellite radio. And normal day-to-day driving around town, I am you know, in the native BMW iDrive system. So, guy in a little crotch rocket taking off ahead of me, hauling butt onto 95. But if anybody has any you know, questions or anything about it, feel free to let me know. I'm on a couple of forums and the Facebook groups, and when I see little things and people ask questions, I try to go figure them out for them. There's definitely some little quirks, but overall this car is amazing, and it's so fun to drive. It's comfortable. I mean, I don't think it has you know, anything that I would hate not to have. The parking assist, like I told you before, the parking assist just seems to you know, you never just find the right time to use it. You know, you watch videos on how to use it, you see other people using it, but in a real life situation, you got a guy sitting up your butt trying to hop into the parking space before you, you know, or you're trying to rush not to hold up traffic or something like that. So although it seems like an amazing feature, it's awesome, it just doesn't seem practical to use for me. And maybe that's just being down in South Florida, but other than that, you know, it's definitely cool to show your friends and my daughters, and you know, they're amazed by it. They think how, you know, it's super cool, but I just don't think it's you know, the juice isn't worth the squeeze to try to get it if you're out there looking for it and really want it. But other than that, I can't think of too many other things to you know, to talk about or to write home about. Really, it's just a solid package. The car, you know, it's got everything that I could possibly want. So, well, guys, I appreciate you watching. As always, hope you're enjoying the channel. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll try to get you guys more videos as I can think of some content. If you guys have anything in particular you want to see, please don't hesitate to reach out to me and let me know. And I hope you guys have an awesome week. See you.